I want you to recall an event in your past that was negative, yeah? And you know what I'm talking about, this big dark old thing you've been carrying around with you for years. You're probably telling a great big story about it. Well, we're going to do something amazing with this. We are going to tell a story about it. And this story isn't going to be very much different to what actually happened, except for one thing. When you get to the really dark, negative part in that story, we're going to delete it. Zoom. And instead, we're going to cut and paste in the most joyful thing you can think of. Just let your imagination go wild, whatever you can come up with, to take whatever was negative in that story and create a story of joy. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say in a memory, somebody's hurt you. New story, in that moment, they grabbed you and they hugged you. They loved you. Or as another one, let's say, old memory, you made a big error. Well, in the story you're telling, you met that moment with genius. You made a spectacular call. You see what we're trying to do? We're kind of flipping whatever was the negative and turning it into a story about joy. Now, I know that this could be very challenging for some people, but do it because something magical is about to happen in your perception. Because you'll be telling a story and bang, right between the eyes, you'll get what I call an epiphany. You suddenly see this blazing realization, the truth of what your life's all about. And it comes to you as a deeply felt principle, like just a very simple one line blazed across your eyeballs about how your life should be. And now, you can't tell the old story anymore. I mean, you can, but you won't want to. You'll be compelled to take this principle and actualize it out into your life, expressing your principle into your reality. So what do you do now? Well, nothing. You wait. But you don't actually have to wait too long before something comes along in your experience to challenge you. And instead of telling the dark old story, you meet that moment standing powerfully in your principle with courage and magic and joy. And that moment, my friend, will be a very bold moment for you. Now it gets exciting because you've got the bug. You'll be scanning back your memories, finding the difficult ones, retelling the stories, coming up with the gifts that they have for you, building your life around these principles, not negative stories. Hey, story time is over, all right? Now it's principles. And you'll be going along having a great time because life will become astounding. And then the penny drops that you're here to live a life of joy, not to tell some old dark story for the rest of your life about how it was, but to live in joy. I mean, I don't quite understand this. Maybe you can explain it to me when it happens to you. But it actually feels like you're building a universe, not the universe, your universe. And you're moving through time, meeting moment after moment that's about joy. Your life's about joy. And you realize there's nothing out there that isn't a reflection of your perception in here. And I feel that this is the most important realization a human being can arrive at. That you come here to do something wonderful with your life, to rise above the hypnotism of the past, and to do something magical with your life principles. Now, when this happens to you, I would love to hear from you. I mean, even just to find out what your principles are. But until then, may your universe be filled with joy.